My childhood friend Alex seemed to have a real connection with the new girl, Chloe. Everyone was saying the cool, popular guy had finally fallen for someone. Then, one day, both Chloe and I got stuck in a fire. Without stopping to think, Alex grabbed Chloe and carried her out. My 7 year crush on him ended right there. But later, when another boy told me he liked me, Alex grabbed my wrist hard. His voice was low. So, you changed your mind that fast? Don't you like me anymore? He asked. I waited for Alex outside the school building for more than 30 minutes before he finally appeared. Alex! I ran towards him. He lifted his hand, gently touching my red cheek with his knuckles, and frowned. How long were you waiting? He asked. Over half an hour, I answered. Alex took my wrist and led me to a covered bench nearby. Aren't you worried about getting sunburned? He joked lightly, cooling my face with his hands. I leaned into his cool touch, feeling good for a moment before speaking. We don't have school on Saturday. Want to go to the aquarium? I asked. Alex didn't know I was planning to tell him how I felt that day. His hand stopped moving. Actually, I already made plans with someone else for Saturday. You should ask someone else, he said. A bad feeling started inside me. I carefully asked, Who did you make plans with? Chloe, he replied. That was a name I heard Alex say a lot lately. She was the new student. Rumors were going around school about her and Alex. Even though he usually didn't care much about anyone, Alex was paying a lot of attention to this new girl. Everyone thought the most popular guy, single for 3 years, was finally in love. Watching Alex leave, I suddenly felt like something bad was coming. My plan to tell him my feelings was probably going to fail. That Saturday, I went to the aquarium alone like I'd planned. But surprisingly, I saw Alex and Chloe there. What are you doing here? Alex looked up at me. I saw they were both wearing matching dolphin bracelets and managed a weak smile. I told you a few days ago I wanted to come here, I said. Maybe my voice sounded strange because Alex looked serious, like he was wondering what I was trying to do. Chloe blinked at me. Let's look around together. Before I could say no, she grabbed my arm confidently. Later, I wished I had said no. When we walked past a game booth, the person running it stopped Alex and Chloe. Seeing them both with dolphin bracelets while I had none, the vendor thought they were a couple. Chloe pulled Alex's sleeve. Sorry, it's a mistake. Alex asked her, Do you like that stuffed dolphin? Chloe didn't say anything, but her eyes lit up as she looked at the toy. I watched Alex agree to play the game the vendor suggested. It was simple. The guy had to carry the girl like a princess around the area. As I stood watching Alex easily lift Chloe, people around us whispered and some took pictures quietly. Alex noticed and held Chloe closer so her face wouldn't be in the photos. He frowned, clearly not liking the cameras. He was obviously protecting her. My nose stung with a sudden memory. In the 10 years I'd known Alex, he had never carried me like that. In high school, when I hurt my ankle, he just waited with me until my dad picked me up. He had casually said, Don't even think about me carrying you. I only carry my girlfriend. I wondered if he forgot saying that or if he already thought of Chloe as his girlfriend. I wanted to leave, but the dolphin show I'd been waiting for kept me there. I tried hard to ignore them next to me, pushing down the unhappy feeling in my chest. Alex knew I loved dolphins, but he didn't even ask if I wanted the toy. During the show, a dolphin jumped and splashed water everywhere. Alex stood between me and Chloe, blocking most of the water from hitting her, while I got completely wet. Are you okay? Did you get wet? Alex didn't even check himself. He was only worried about Chloe. It's okay, Alex. You should dry off first. Only when a worker brought me a towel did I reply, Sorry, the fence is broken. It couldn't stop the water. Thank you, I said, taking the towel. Only then did Alex and Chloe turn and finally see I was soaked too. Mia, do you need a towel? Chloe asked, sounding unsure. I ignored her and started drying myself. Mia, can't you hear when someone talks to you? Alex asked sharply. I took a deep breath, trying not to show how upset I was, and looked straight at Alex. I already have a towel, can't you see? I shot back. Alex's eyes got cold. What are you trying to prove here? He asked. Chloe asked you something, and you're being rude, he scolded. Stop acting like a princess. His voice was icy and mean. Nobody has to put up with you except your parents. Apologize. Alex looked at me coldly, demanding I say sorry. Chloe stepped in, trying to calm things down. That's just how Mia is, she said lightly. I'm used to it. Because of where I come from, teachers and classmates always look down on me, so being ignored and picked on is normal. Don't worry about her. I'm used to it. Alex's face went pale, but Chloe quickly cut him off. Alex, your clothes are all wet. I'll help you get them dry, she said. Without looking at me, they left, Chloe pulling Alex away. I stood there, my hair dripping with water and tears. I pretended to wipe my face and quietly walked out of the aquarium. Maybe it was the sudden weather change that day with the cold wind blowing. When I got home, I had a high fever. I didn't go back to school until Monday. During that time, Alex called once, but I didn't pick up. I didn't answer his texts either. So he came straight to my house, finding my room easily. Are you better? He asked, pretending to check my temperature. I didn't have any false hopes. I thought he was there because he cared I was sick, but I didn't expect him to be there to question and blame me. I turned my head away when he reached for me, avoiding his touch. Do you need something? I asked. Frowning, Alex leaned against the closet, looking down at me. Don't tell me you're still angry about that day, he asked. I suddenly felt very tired and asked, what do you want me to do? I admit I was wrong, wrong to go to the aquarium with them. Alex wouldn't drop it. When you're better, you need to apologize to Chloe yourself. Angry, I clenched my fists under the blanket. Why should I asked. Alex laughed softly. Because your parents recently asked my family for help to buy your family's company, which is about to fail. It's not a big deal. Should I talk to your parents about it? I sat up, staring at him without blinking. Tears rolled down my face without stopping. Alex, we've known each other 10 years. Are you really going to threaten me over this? He frowned. Stop the drama. Chloe was worried you'd be mad that day. She didn't dry herself after getting wet because she came to see you, caught a cold, and has been sick for 3 days. Shouldn't you take responsibility for that? Hearing this, I couldn't cry anymore. I had a fever for 3 days. But to Alex, that was nothing compared to his favorite girl catching a cold. He even wanted to blame me. I had no choice. If I didn't agree to apologize, he would make my parents force me anyway. I blinked and nodded. I understand. Alex looked at me for a few seconds, his voice suddenly softer. Mia, I didn't mean anything else. I just want you to learn to take responsibility for what you do. I didn't say anything more and hid under the covers, blocking out everything. After I recovered and went back to school, I ran into Alex and Chloe. I walked right up to Chloe and I looked at her. Sorry, Chloe. I shouldn't have been rude to you that day. I lost my temper. Chloe smiled gently. It's okay, I don't mind. I'm used to it anyway. For the second time, she mentioned being used to being treated badly. Whether she meant it or not, I didn't care to argue. I gave her a fake smile and started to leave, but Alex grabbed my wrist as I passed. Are you better? I quickly pulled my arm away and stepped back. Yes, I'm fine, I replied calmly. I thought maybe I had misunderstood Alex before, thinking he treated me differently. I shouldn't have hoped for anything. Alex stared at me, his eyes unclear. What's wrong with you? He asked. I shook my head, trying to sound polite. Nothing. I'm going to the library. I won't disturb you two. I couldn't risk angering Alex now. Staying away seemed best. Alex's face grew stern. What exactly are you suggesting? I didn't understand why I was politely giving them space, but Alex still seemed unhappy. Chloe glanced at me, her eyes darkening for a second. Before I could really see, Alex spoke again. You haven't changed. You never learned to respect people, he said, looking disappointed, before turning and leaving with Chloe. For a while after that, I didn't talk to Alex at all. He seemed busy with Chloe. At first, I felt sad. Sometimes I remembered times when Alex and I were close, when he was genuinely nice to me. I thought this silence would last forever, that Alex and I would have nothing to do with each other. But Chloe wasn't happy with just that. One Friday night, I left the library after 10:30 p.m. The street was mostly empty. That night, I saw something happening. Two girls were holding Chloe down while another slapped her over and over, yelling at her. Chloe's face was swollen. It was the only way back to my dorm. I hid nearby, feeling nothing, just wanting them to finish so I could go back. Luckily, after a few minutes, seeing Chloe didn't fight back, they stopped and left her there. Chloe sat on the ground and suddenly said, "You saw everything, right?" I walked out casually. "I don't care about your problems. I was just walking by." She laughed quietly. "Do you think she hit me just because I told the teacher? No." Chloe touched her hair. She was mad because her boyfriend was interested in me. "I'm not upset," she said. "This just shows that guys will always try to flirt with me, including Alex." She smiled. A chill went down my spine. "That has nothing to do with me." Chloe didn't seem as innocent as she looked. I didn't want to hear her strange ideas. I was about to turn and leave when she suddenly acted crazy, rushing to grab me. "You like Alex, don't you? What will you do? He likes me!" she yelled. She looked at me with a twisted smile. Surprised, I pushed her away. "Are you crazy?" Chloe suddenly seemed to stumble and fell. I hesitated. I hadn't pushed her hard. "Mia?" I froze. That voice behind me was Alex's. Alex walked past me and ran to Chloe, helping her up. He gently moved her hair and saw the marks on her face. The look he gave me was ice cold. "I didn't hit her. Don't look at me like that." Alex didn't answer me, just quietly asked Chloe, "Did she hit you?" Chloe smiled weakly, tears in her eyes. "It's okay, Alex." She basically admitted it. I scoffed. "Believe it or not." Just as I was about to leave, Alex blocked me. "I won't apologize, Alex. Why should I say sorry for something I didn't do?" His voice was distant. "It's fine." I stood still, feeling worried. "Chloe, come here." He called Chloe over. "Hit her back," Alex said. I stared at Alex. Was this really the friend I grew up with? Alex looked down at me. "Your parents spoiled you, made you like this, even hitting others." I clenched my hand tightly, my face pale. "Do you really think I could have hurt her this much alone?" But he didn't believe me, just thought I was making excuses. His voice was cold. "I don't want to argue with you," he said to me. I looked at Chloe blankly, asking in a rough voice, "What do you want?" Chloe suddenly burst into tears. She walked up to me and slapped me. "You're rich, a princess. I'm so poor I can barely pay for school. If you hit me, can I fight back? Can I afford your doctor bills? Remember the aquarium? You said it yourself. If you and Alex are childhood friends, I won't bother you. Why did you have to hit me?" she cried out. "Just because I'm poor, you can treat me like this?" I couldn't control my anger, shaking. I raised my hand to slap her back, but Alex grabbed my wrist. "Mia," he looked at me like a stranger. "You need to learn a lesson too." As soon as he finished, he pushed me to the ground. I watched them walk away, whispering quietly. Alex, these 10 years, I might as well have known a stranger. But what happened today wasn't over. The moonlight was dim. He only hesitated for a second, then didn't look back. The road was empty, no cameras. And those three girls wouldn't admit they hit anyone. I had nothing to say. After a while, I got up and walked silently to my dorm. When I got to the entrance, Alex was standing under a streetlight, looking worried. I didn't even look at him, just kept walking. But Alex walked right up and blocked me. "Get out of my way," I said weakly. He forcefully put a tube of cream in my hand. Then he raised his hand to touch the red mark on my face. I moved away. He frowned, lips tight. "You made Chloe look like that, so I just let her slap you back. Mia, stop causing trouble." Just then, Alex's phone rang. He answered, and I heard Chloe's fake-sounding voice. "Alex, my face hurts. Can you come stay with me?" Alex hung up and immediately started to leave. After a few steps, he seemed to remember me and looked back. His eyes were gentle, trying to be comforting. Remember to put the cream on when you get back. He seemed rushed, not waiting for my answer before running off. I looked down at the cream in my hand. I loosened my grip, letting it fall. I didn't even glance at it as I walked past, and I once thought about taking Alex to a little restaurant I liked, but he refused impatiently. Can't you go alone? My schedule is packed. Later, when I decided to go by myself, I saw him and Chloe sitting inside. He said he was busy, but he made time for Chloe. I never went back to that restaurant. Now, I didn't even want to. And Alex probably just said it casually anyway. The next day, he didn't come find me, but I felt a strange sense of relief. Alex was always using my parents' problems against me, like a heavy weight making it hard to breathe. But avoiding Alex and dealing with Chloe directly, I could still do that. That day, I had class on the same floor as Chloe. After class, I pulled her to a quiet spot and slapped her hard, twice. I hit you. What are you going to do? Call the police? Or tell Alex again? She covered her face, staring at me angrily. Go ahead, I said. Call him. He won't touch you. He'll just let you hit me back. There's a camera here. I hit you. I can pay for it. Can you? Like you said, you struggle to pay for school. Besides, she wouldn't dare bother Alex too much, afraid of pushing him too far. With no one to back her up here, Chloe stared at me with pure hate. I sneered, turned, and walked away. I thought that would be the end of it, but I forgot how vengeful she could be. When I was struggling to breathe in the fire, I really regretted slapping her. I was helping my older lab partner that day. He went to another building for supplies, leaving me to clean up. The building was old and the windows and doors didn't work well. As I was putting the cap on an alcohol lamp, Chloe walked in and casually shut the door. Did you spread that rumor? She asked suddenly. I wasn't in the mood for her unfair questions. I just glanced annoyed at the door. The lock is broken. If you close it now, we can't open it from inside, I told her. But she ignored me, just staring hard. Now everyone blames me. Are you happy? She went on. I had heard the recent rumors about Chloe trying to steal someone's boyfriend. Honestly, she had to know the 3 girls from that night were the likely suspects. But she didn't want to mess with them, so she took her anger out on me. Amused, I asked, Are you paranoid, Chloe? Chloe, please stop playing the victim with me every time, I warned. Alex spoils you, that's his problem. If you keep pushing me, I won't hold back, and I won't let you get away with it. Chloe bit her lip hard, looking like she might draw blood. I hesitated, feeling like she'd lost her mind. While I was still surprised, she suddenly walked up and shoved me hard. I stumbled back, accidentally knocking over the alcohol lamp. 3 lamps crashed, sparks flew, and caught the nearby curtains on fire. The windows were unsafe, with big gaps letting in wind that fanned the flames, making them spread instantly. I couldn't stop it. In a second, the fire covered the whole curtain and then spread quickly. The door was near the window. Chloe and I had to back into corners, me in the front, her in the back. 2 tables separated us. Under one table, there must have been something flammable. A small flame grew huge, spreading across the table, creating a wall of fire. Shaking, I grabbed my phone, fighting my fear to call 911. Chloe was terrified too and immediately called Alex. The black smoke coming out the window drew a crowd. Some called 911, others found a teacher. No one dared come up, except Alex. But the fire was already huge. Alex, I'm here, Chloe shouted right away. I met Alex's eyes through the fire. Alex, save me! Forgetting everything bad between us, I automatically asked for help. I was scared too. I didn't want to die. Chloe was far from the flames. She had time. But the burning light above me was about to fall. Alex! Because we've been friends for 10 years, just this once. Save me first? The door lock was bent from the heat and wouldn't open unless it was broken down. Alex, I'm so scared, Chloe cried. Alex snapped back to reality, stared deeply at me. Mia, wait for me, he said, and ran towards the back door. He chose to save Chloe first. When the burning light fell, I couldn't move away in time. I woke up in pain, lying face down in a hospital bed to keep pressure off the burn on my back. Alex was sitting by my bed, eyes closed. As soon as I moved, he woke up. Mia. Alex gently helped me sit up. He knelt in front of me, looking tired, but forced a comforting smile. Do you want water? Does it hurt? Let me get the doctor. Where are my parents? My voice was rough from not talking. They're busy with the business deal. It's a critical time. They can't leave. I told them I'd stay here and take care of you. I looked quietly at Alex for a long time. Alex, I had a dream. I dreamed about the earthquake in the fourth grade. I was stuck in the crowd, couldn't get out. You ran against everyone, pulled me up, and led me out. Several times I almost got pushed away, but you held my hand tight and never let go. Since then, you became one of the most important people to me. Alex's face turned white. He trembled, like he wanted to hold my hand. I'm sorry, Mia. I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. I didn't let him touch me. I continued calmly. After all, you didn't have to save me first. It's never wrong to save the person you care about more, but Alex, I can't help but mind. He seemed lost for words, just looking at me, confused. I spoke again, dealing with the last issue between us. That night, I didn't bother Chloe at all. Believe it or not, there was no proof. You believed her over me and made me get slapped for nothing. I slapped her back later. And today, I'm giving one back to you. After saying that, I slowly raised my hand, wincing slightly from the pain in my back. I pressed my slightly dry lips together, feeling no emotion. I slapped him. He took it, then looked at me with a very fake expression of regret and worry that made me feel sick. Be careful, you'll hurt your back, he said, sounding mocking. Get lost, Alex. Don't ever show up in front of me again. Threatening me with my parents won't work this time. Before Alex could answer, a voice came from the door. Older sister, if you're feeling better, can I ask you to stay away from my boyfriend? He doesn't have to take care of you. Chloe stood there giving me a helpless smile. Apparently, they were officially together. Alex looked at me, opened his mouth like he wanted to explain, but then stayed quiet. Chloe, I smiled. Take your boyfriend and get out. Looking at you two for even 1 second makes me sick. And under the dim light, I looked at the girl who seemed pure but had a rotten heart. I looked into her eyes. People have to take responsibility for what they do, don't you think? She could stand there confidently, meaning the school hadn't investigated yet or didn't have enough proof about the lab fire. Though the lab cameras were broken, there was one in the hall facing the door. It might have recorded something. At least Chloe started it by making me knock over the lamp, so she couldn't escape blame. It was clear she did something wrong. I looked down at Chloe's shadow on the floor. She flinched noticeably. Chloe, are you scared too? And Dad, Alex used to visit the first few days, but I didn't let him in my room. I don't remember when he stopped coming. The scar on my back started healing, growing new skin. Every night, my back ached and itched, keeping me awake until almost morning. Maybe Chloe forgot, or maybe she didn't take my warning seriously. That night, as I fought not to scratch the new skin, sweat on my forehead, my phone lit up. I unlocked it. A message from an unknown number with a photo. Alex holding Chloe, leaning down to kiss her. Honestly, any jealousy was long gone. But Chloe's obvious attempt to provoke me that night made me furious. Someone had to pay. But before I could do anything, Alex showed up again. I called my parents, saying I was going back to school to pack and would recover at home. I didn't know Alex was nearby and heard me. He decided to help me pack my dorm room, and that's when he found my diary. It detailed everything about how I fell for Alex at 17. Alex rushed into my house, ignoring the maid for the first time. He pushed open my door, eyes red, staring at me, holding the diary. All my private feelings were suddenly exposed, but only for a moment before I calmed down. Alex gripped the notebook so tightly his veins showed. You've liked me since you were 17? He stared at me, his look intense and complicated. I met his eyes and simply said, but I stopped liking you the first time you left me at the aquarium, and completely lost interest the last time you left me in the fire. I blinked, my eyes slightly sore. I felt a little sad for this teenage crush that had quietly died. I didn't notice his voice was incredibly hoarse. Alex stepped towards me, knelt by my bed, frowning, murmuring, "I never noticed." Even if you try to hide strong love, it shows in your eyes, but you never looked at my eyes. They were always full of Chloe. I didn't feel the need to complain anymore. "Don't make that face, Alex. You and Chloe are perfect together, a match made in heaven." Alex looked up suddenly, shaking his head with a bitter smile. "I guess I don't like her as much as I thought. I started doubting after she was attacked. She seemed different from the girl I knew. The Chloe Alex saw was innocent and gentle. But when Chloe slapped me, in his version, it showed her vengeful side. Cracks appeared in Alex's perfect image of her. When a girl does something he doesn't like, she's out. He's not as good as you think. The only reason he's still with Chloe is he still hopes his innocent flower is real. The image hasn't completely broken yet." That day, Alex looked at me for a long time, his expression mixed. No matter how harsh I was, he took it. In the end, he just left a mysterious comment. Leaning against the door, Alex smiled bitterly. "Mia, what should I do? I think I've messed up badly." I didn't have to answer him, just wanted him to leave. Alex held my diary and asked softly, "I haven't finished reading it. Can I keep it a few more days?" I didn't care. It was just trash now. "Even if you return it, I'll throw it away. It was just garbage filled with feelings for garbage." He lowered his head, looking at the notebook, and whispered softly, "It's not." After my scar mostly healed, I went back to school. All the unfair things needed to be fixed somehow. Chloe told Alex I hit her. Whether he believed me didn't matter now. I didn't need to prove I was innocent to him, but I couldn't just forget the slap. I found the girl who hit Chloe that day. An enemy's enemy might not be a friend, but they can be helpers for now. She gave me the information I needed, and she quickly told me it was Chloe who spread the rumors. The girl didn't hold back. According to her, Chloe had been involved with many guys, but stopped recently, probably because she was serious about Alex. Alex disappeared for several days. A week later, I saw him in a picture with Chloe. Maybe it was just me, but Alex looked totally lost. And I noticed the red mark on his fingers. It was the first time I saw him smoking. Chloe tried to hug him, but he moved away, so she just held his hand. I stood in the shadows nearby, took a picture, and sent it to a few unknown numbers. One belonged to the boyfriend of the girl who hit Chloe. Chloe admitted she was hit because she flirted with this guy from a nearby school. The others were guys who had flirted with Chloe before. About 30 minutes later, 3 guys showed up. First, just arguing, but then pushing started. One guy slapped Chloe hard, knocking her down and making her nose bleed. Alex stayed cold and distant the whole time, only frowning slightly when Chloe got hit. More people gathered, some secretly recording videos to post online, ruining Chloe's reputation. The truth came out. The camera outside the lab had recorded everything, but the footage mysteriously wasn't saved. One of the guys Chloe was involved with was a computer student. He'd liked Chloe for 6 months, with no luck until this. Chloe used the chance to make a deal. She asked him to illegally hack the school system and move the incriminating video somewhere else. Yes, move, not delete. But the guy was smart and kept proof in case Chloe turned on him. Realizing what Chloe was really like, he confessed everything and gave up the original video, getting Chloe into deep trouble. He only got a few days of detention for confessing, but Chloe's situation was much worse. Someone gathered all her bad actions and exposed them online. People were outraged and demanded she be expelled. Unable to handle the pressure, the school quietly suggested Chloe leave before the police got involved. Chloe, who used to be proud of attracting guys, was now getting what she deserved. Before leaving, Chloe found Alex again, but I ran into her. She grabbed Alex's sleeve, crying, begging him not to break up. She insisted she never liked those other guys, claiming she only loved Alex. But Alex coldly pulled his arm away, telling Chloe he didn't think he liked her anymore. Each word from Alex made Chloe's face lose color. As Alex walked away, leaving her there, her cries got louder, her pain seeming real. Chloe finally faced the result of playing with feelings, only to fall for someone who didn't love her back. Alex later learned the truth about Chloe being attacked. Without needing anyone to tell him, he found me and admitted he was wrong. Suddenly, he grabbed my hand and slapped himself hard. I frowned, pulling my hand back, asking what he was doing. He kept staring intensely at me, offering to let me slap him as much as I wanted, faintly asking for forgiveness. Impossible. I refused firmly, not wanting any more drama. Alex, deeply upset, started going to bars often, carrying cigarettes, completely different from his old, perfect self. One day, my roommate dragged me to the sports field where a big confession was happening, with a crowd watching. Someone was confessing to me, a younger student I barely knew. Holding a large bouquet of roses, he nervously told me he liked me. After a short pause, Alex roughly pulled me to a quiet spot, smelling like alcohol, but his eyes were unusually clear and cold. Holding my wrist tightly, he spoke harshly, questioning what I planned to do about the confession. When I slapped him for assuming things, Alex changed. He leaned in close, demanding to know how he could earn my forgiveness, claiming he'd do anything, his eyes looking teary. Mumbling humble words, but still acting tough and paranoid. Please, Mia, don't treat me like this. Seeing this completely different guy calmed me down. Alex, you abandoned me 3 times for Chloe. If you can make those 3 times disappear, I'll forgive you. There was a huge gap between us now. He kept trying to fix things, but it was useless. He looked at me, leaving no room for argument. I finally pulled free. Without waiting for his answer, I turned and left. After walking a bit, I remembered something and looked back. Alex was still standing there, watching me go. It seemed like everything flipped since he found that diary. Now he was the one left behind. But I wasn't happy about it. Instead, I felt tired and annoyed by his constant presence. This winter felt very long. Around the holidays, my parents' business deal was finishing up. We were moving out of our house, finally getting away from Alex a bit. I felt happy about something. I was so happy I didn't even notice when he stopped showing up near me. Until I got a call from Alex's mom. She was crying. Mia, can you come see Alex? Auntie really doesn't know what to do. Alex was hurt, burned. Alex's mom told me that 2 weeks ago, Alex was walking past an apartment building. A fire started on the 3rd floor. A girl was trapped, and the fire department wasn't there yet. He ran inside like crazy to save her, but got severe burns all over his arm. Mia, Alex has been feeling so guilty that he couldn't save you from the fire in time. He must have thought of you. That's why he risked his life for a stranger. Alex's mom begged. Please help me. Come see Alex. I hated Alex, but I couldn't ignore his mom, who was always kind to me. Seeing Alex again felt incredibly complicated. He was half sitting up in bed, weak and sad. Mia. Now I finally get it. It's really hard, he said with a bitter smile. For the first few days, I couldn't sleep from the pain. Then it healed, but started itching like crazy, like bugs crawling on my arm. Yeah, I was like that too. Sometimes I thought I should just cut it off. He looked at his arm, talking calmly, like he really thought about it. Rubbing my tired forehead, I sighed. Alex, stop doing these things to feel sorry for yourself. Even if you save 1,000,000 people from fires, it has nothing to do with me. Can you make my scars disappear? Then what should I do, Mia? He looked at me, confused. You tell me, what should I do? I looked out at the sunshine, feeling warm. After thinking for a few seconds, I spoke slowly. Alex, liking someone should make them happy, right? Our eyes met again. But what you do doesn't make me happy at all. It just bothers me. This kind of feeling is too messed up. If you keep going like this, I might have to leave school to get away from you. I shouldn't have to suffer for your regrets. When he heard I might leave school, he tensed up. His hand grabbed the blanket without thinking. Alex lowered his eyes and nodded. I won't bother you anymore. And I'll try not to be where you are. Mia, can you not leave school? He asked me humbly, sounding defeated. I didn't like seeing him like this. It made me feel like he was the victim. I looked away without answering. Just before leaving, I repeated one last time. Please don't bother me anymore, Alex. I understand. I only breathed a sigh of relief after leaving Alex's house. The strange annoyance I felt also went away. The warm afternoon sun wrapped around me gently, melting the cold feeling. I reached out my hand to feel the warmth. The last bit of coldness was about to disappear. This winter seemed like it was finally ending.